The Ministry of External Affairs of India, also known as the Foreign Ministry, is the government agency responsible for the conduct of foreign relations of India. The ministry comes under the Government of India and is responsible for India's representation in the United Nations. It also advises other ministries and state governments when the latter have dealings with foreign governments or institutions. The ministry was initially the Ministry of External Affairs and Commonwealth Relations, a holdover from the British Raj. It was renamed the Ministry of External Affairs in 1948. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru held the portfolio as an additional charge till his death in 1964. And it was only then that a separate minister with cabinet rank was appointed. The ministry is responsible for the administration of Nagar Hills, Tunsang area, Indian Emigration Act of 1923, the Reciprocity Act of 1943, the Port Hajj Committee Act of 1932, the Indian Merchant Shipping Act insofar as it relates to pilgrim ships, the Indian Pilgrim Shipping Rules of 1933, the Protection of Pilgrims Act of 1887 and the Protection of the Mohammedan Pilgrims Act of 1896, are also the special responsibility of the Ministry of External Affairs. The ministry is the cadre controlling authority of the Indian Foreign Service. The service is wholly under the administration and supervision of the External Affairs Ministry. The Secretary General was the senior most official in the ministry till the post was abolished in 1964. The delineation of responsibilities up to that time was as follows. The Foreign Secretary is the most senior civil servant who is the head of the Department of Foreign Affairs, and is supported by other secretary-level officers. Development Partnership Administration is an agency under the Ministry of External Affairs formed in 2013 to increase its strategic footprint and for the effective execution of projects with professionals from diverse backgrounds. India has an elaborate project portfolio in its neighborhood, including Bhutan, Nepal, Afghanistan, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh, as well as Africa and Latin America. It is headed by Sajata Mehta, one of India's foremost diplomats and former Indian representative to UN Conference on Disarmament, Geneva. Mehta is Special Secretary in the MA. India Perspectives is the flagship publication of the Ministry of External Affairs, a bi-monthly magazine. It is digitally published in English and Hindi, and 14 other international languages, with a readership spanning 170 countries. It is crafted to support the ministry's diplomatic initiatives and highlight India's bilateral ties with the rest of the world. The magazine provides an insight into India's culture and tradition along with elements of contemporary India, with intelligent, analytical and verified editorial content. The publication is one of the most authentic sources of information regarding India's soft diplomacy initiatives as well as its rich cultural, scientific and political heritage. By showcasing the country's various facets through original stories on travel, art, music, cinema and more, the magazine takes India to the world. Prominent diplomats turned authors who started their careers with the Indian Foreign Service and Ministry of External Affairs include Vikas Swaroop, Navtej Sarnar and Abhay K. The office of the ministry is located in the South Block building, which also contains the Prime Minister's office and Ministry of Defence. Other offices are located in Jawaharlal Nehru Bhavan, Shastri Bhavan, Patiala House, and ISIL building.